What's up? What's up, everybody? This is the Amish Space Station. Yo, I am going to be doing a new type of playlist, and I'm going to be actually going through history because we need to get to the bottom of this. Um, and I don't know. It doesn't seem like we're gonna get to the bottom of it unless people start to understand this type of thing. So I want to show you guys how none of this stuff is actually making any sense. But I ran into something else that I have to do, so I'm gonna keep this short. And this is gonna kind of be like the first episode of history, kind of being debunked. But I started looking at some of these photographs, and you'll notice that these are actually some of the early 1800s photos and things like that. But in Cincinnati, right here, I just wanted you guys to see some of these construction, like some of this architecture, some of these buildings and things and stuff that they actually that they did here. Um, Hold on a sec before we go. Let me make sure. All right, I want to make sure that I'm actually screen sharing properly. So you might have to give me a second. Okay. So I want to start with this. Um, these types of photographs are things that you're gonna find. You're gonna find this if you actually start digging through and start looking for this type of stuff. Um, Look at the construction. This is like 1800s, a little bit after the war, parades and things like that. But I started looking through these photos, and there's a couple things that kind of really stuck out, stood out, and really kind of had it spelled out really well. Um, with all of these buildings being completely constructed already and finished and stuff like that, like look at that. During this time period, it doesn't even add up. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So I'm gonna show you the photo that really kind of I mean, all of these are legendary, and they show advanced buildings and primitive people. But there's one, this one here. This is the music hall right here. Saying that it was completed in 1878. No, it was not. I'm going to show you that this building was already standing. Here's what I did. All right, let me share the other screen. I'm going to show you. I'm going to try sharing the whole screen. Okay. Okay. That's a little bit better. So here's the information on this. And I was like, okay, so this is one of, their most proud achievements right here. You know what I mean? Like they did a really good job, blah, 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 building this thing. And as you can see, it was already built. You see this? It was already built. Remains one of the most loved structures in our city. Okay. If it's the most loved structure in your city, why can't we find any photos of this music hall being constructed? We can't find any. That's number one. There's no photos of this thing actually being constructed at all. This is the case with so many things that is absolutely maddening. This is right after some civil war, and we don't have any photos of this being built. We have no photographs of this beautiful building actually being constructed. This is something that I never ever looked into, but there's a guy that I'm really, well, a group of people that I'm actually working with, and I'm also researching some other people now, and I'm learning a lot about this type of stuff. But there's no construction. Now, let me explain this. There should at least be one picture of this being constructed. I don't care what any of you say. There should at least be one picture, and there's not. So I'm going to show you this. This is the Statue of Liberty that says it was built in 1884, and it took 9 years to complete. Now, I don't know where my tabs are, but this is some of the construction photographs of this building. And there's a lot. Apparently, they started with the arm, and they only had the feet at one point. Right here, another photo. There is so much proof of when this statue was going up. I mean, look at this. And you're talking about there is no photos of this megalithic type of structure being built. And on top of that, it took 9 years. So how long do you think it actually took to build this? And what kind of technology? And what is this? What is this pole? What is this pole here? What is this pole here? So I found this site, which was wonderful. This is some stuff from around the world. Look at these. This is Athens, 1845. See, it's really, really hard to find these photographs before 1845. Well, before the war. But this is Berlin in 1840. Bombay in 1850. Copenhagen, 1840. This here, this is the Dublin St. George Church thing. What is it? 1848. Now it's being used as office space, but look at the pillars in front. This is the same pillars. When was this built? 1802. God. You know, of course, there's no photos of this being built. You all know that, so I'm not going to go there, okay? I'm not going to go there. This is what it looks like today. No photos of any of this stuff being built, and all of this predates the technology that these people should have had. Look at that. Edinburgh, 1848. Look at that. Look. Look. The fake Jerusalem, 1844. Yeah, I don't care if you get mad. Get mad. I like it. I'm going to show you the photo that actually stopped me. Here's New York, 1848, 1850. These are photos that I really, really am looking for, and I'm going to be uncovering as many as I can. 1840s and stuff, pre-Civil War. Very important. Very important because it'll show what things really look like, because they like to take pictures where there's no cities. This is the picture, though, that this is Paris in 1838. This is the thing that I was really angry about. But you see these lights, like look at the street view. You don't even see that many people, but there's lights, there's street lights. So I was like, okay, this is 1838, street lights. Okay. So I was like, when were street lights invented? And they say 1757, right? When was home electricity, implemented? And it's 1882? Hold on a second. 1757, we had lights. More than 120, 130 years, we just start implementing it inside of homes. Over 100 years of lights and nobody put them in the homes. You know what? See, this is the stuff that really works me up. And it makes me really angry. This picture from Rome, Singapore, Sydney, Toronto, Washington, D.C. Look at that. Look at that. 1846. Oldest photograph taken of the city, blah, blah, blah. This is the National Portrait Gallery. So, what did I do? Look at this. It was constructed between 1836 and 1867. Okay. It's a national building. And you have no clue when. Like, just pick 30 years in between, somewhere between 30 years. It was constructed. You know what I mean? Actually, this photograph shows that it was actually finished already in 1846. Looks like you guys are lying and you're not telling the truth. This building was already here. This building was done. 1846? Come on, guys. Come on, guys. This isn't funny anymore. It's not funny anymore. This is Greek Revival architecture. The other one was Venetian. Okay. Yeah. Do you guys see the problem here? There ain't no construction photographs of this national megalithic building being built. None. These are some of the stupid photographs that they try and cover up, show you the countryside of certain things, which leads me to believe that not all people were all on the same level. They all, but like I said, this is during the Civil War. So you're seeing a lot of different things here. It's funny to see this upside down star right there. It's real interesting. I was looking for the Capitol building, in DC and stuff like that, of it being destroyed a little bit. But the North was actually separated. It was actually separated. The South was not separated. And the Confederate flag was not flown over any slave ships or anything like that. But like I said, I don't think that whole slave thing is the way that they say, because these buildings were already here. And you notice that there's never any people in the street on these buildings. There's never any people. You can't find people at all. Any of these type of old photographs, it's like huge cities with a lack of people. Now there's a guy, so I am going to tag this as mud flood information as well. There's a guy who shows a couple different things. He's pretty good. And this old mud flood thing, I think that people are misunderstanding what it actually is. And I am not 100% sure, but I'm researching this hardcore because I don't think there was any kind of mud flood thing that happened. There's photos of these places. I'm going to show them in some upcoming streams of these places. These are waterways, just like Italy. So I don't know if I'm all right. So for instance, this type of stuff, they blocked off, before the revolution, they blocked off all of these things in America. They blocked them all off. They dammed it up so that there wasn't any water, so that they could make streets. So you see these things that people are saying are caves or underground cities. These are like waterways. Okay. So there's a lot of pictures of them damming up these waters. And that's what really it was about, to change from boats to cars. Okay. And there's a lot of info on here. You know what I mean? So you would think that this is all, and they took all this mud and stuff and they built these streets up. So now you're, and you're looking at these people build things up and you're thinking that some flood came through and killed everybody. But in reality, there should be a way, I don't know, a lot of mud way up on top of these buildings and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Covering these entire buildings. But these structures, these are all waterways, and people aren't understanding this type of thing. And I lean more toward the waterways than I do saying that there was a flood. There might have been a great flood years and years and years ago, which is all understandable. But like I said, this is all research. I'm trying to figure out what actually happened, and I'm not going to be relying on fairy tales and dreams and stuff like that that people have in their minds. We have to find evidence, and we can't go back to 1692 or any of this other stuff. And here's one quick little fact before I go, because this is another area of all right, hold on a sec. I can't remember this guy's name. It's Pedro. Nino. Alonso Nino. Yeah, look at that guy. He piloted the Santa Maria. Does this guy right here look like this guy? Look at the hair. Oh, God. He piloted the Christopher Columbus. Oh my God, you guys are so, oh man. Yeah. Oh God, it's so funny. I'm sorry, but it's really funny. Oh. All right. Well, I think that says enough for itself. Okay, guys. So yeah, I am going to be destroying history. You know what I mean? Same way as I destroy the globe, as well as a lot of other people. So come on, guys. Like, come on. This picture alone should show you that you have no idea what you're talking about, you little history parrots. You have no idea. All right. So this is for the first part. This is in Cincinnati and stuff like that. If you guys want any links to anything, and if you have any information, please email me. I'm at the Amish Space Station. Amish Space Station at Gmail. You know the email. Just email me any kind of information. If you guys want to go live with me at any given time on any type of topic, just hit me up and we can schedule something. Yeah, but we need to get this information out because you all need to realize certain things. You need to understand, because you're never going to understand if you think all this stuff was already here. These people had lights for 150 years and they just decided, okay, now it's time to put them in the house. Like, come on now. I don't have time for this stupidity. I don't have time for it. There's a lot of information that we need to go through, that we need to figure out. And a lot of it has to do with 1700 through 1850. We need to know what happened. So I've been looking through diaries and I've been looking through other things to try and figure this stuff out. But you can't look through mainstream sources because they don't show you the pictures that they want you to see. Like if I go to pre-Civil War photographs, you're going to see something very different. You're going to see this type of house. You're going to see this type of stupid house out in the field. Tents and teepees. God. This makes me so angry. It makes me so angry. They're always showing you black people constantly. Yeah, and by the way, I'm black. For any of you trolls leaving these stupid messages on here talking nonsense about me rapping, shut up. I'm not talking about that. It's irrelevant. It's neither here nor there. I'm trying to figure out truth about the world while you're watching your little stupid rappers online and crap, okay? Primitive pictures and all this other stupid nonsense. This is a lie. It would have taken a long time to put up a lot of these buildings that they say that they put up. It would have taken an extremely long time. 9 years for Statue of Liberty. Over 1 million man hours for the Statue of Liberty. They're trying to say that they put up the Capitol and they put up these other megalithic structures right in the middle of a civil war. Okay, sure you did. Sure you did. And what's the name of that shit you're smoking again? I want some. Time to wake up, guys. Time to wake up. Time to wake up. And of course, I need to tell people to shut up about this Starfort thing. Please shut up, you Mandela effect tarts. We need to get truth out. Let's stop talking about time being manipulated or people misremembering or history and realities converging. I don't care what's underneath of this. I don't care what's underneath of this. The only thing that matters to me is whether or not you have construction videos of this. Statue of Liberty going up. And actually, just to put an end to a little bit of this, I want to look this up real quick live. The Black Tom explosion photos, just to see if they actually have photos of this. Skyline cropped out. I don't know. Looks like the skyline cropped out a little bit. I have no idea. It actually does look like there was an explosion. So they just decided not to teach us about it, or they might have mentioned it really quickly. I have no idea, but it does look like something exploded. 50 dead. We got newspaper articles of it. I don't know. I wasn't born. Retards? But why are we talking about this? I wasn't born. They got photographs and stuff like that. And this is just a quick search. I haven't even researched into it. Okay. I could probably look into it and find more photos of this. But I'm not. I'm done. I'm done with the Mandela effect. Sorry. So, you guys definitely need to look into this stuff yourself and find out the truth about what happened, because they're not telling us what happened at all. And we need to really find out for ourselves what all happened, you know. We really do. We got to find out for ourselves what happened, and we got to get this straight sooner or later, because this has become outrageous. If you ask me, it's completely outrageous. So all these buildings were already here. I've seen different things about them. I'm going to reiterate on later about them selling babies and having like baby incubators everywhere. Shout out to John Levi. All that. So I don't know what is going to happen when I look into some of this stuff. Hopefully I can find the information out and actually get the truth out. But it's really screwed up. That's for sure. It's really screwed up. And I would like to know what the truth is before I die, because I have a right to know what the truth is. So I don't know. I don't know, guys, but it is time for you all to wake up and realize that I've debunked a couple things right here in this video right now. And you need to wake up. We got a problem here. We got a real significant problem. Things are not lining up. We're way more advanced than they say that we were. You know, real quick, and I know I'm ready to get off here, but I was looking for like cameras and stuff, and I don't know if the same thing's going to come back up or not. Like this stuff, The oldest known record of this principle is a description by Han, Chinese philosopher Mazi, 470 to 391. They're talking about cameras. And that's BC. Like, 1685, he invented a design for the first handheld camera. Johann Zahn, however you say it, way ahead of his time, 150 years before, like, I'm just reading to you guys real quick. When was the camera invented? 1685, a design. It's like, none of it adds up. And you guys should be you should be angry. You should be angry that they've lied to you like this. Like, really, you really should be angry. You should not still be like the problem right now, people aren't even rioting or protesting, rather, what things that they should be protesting. You're all just distracted, and you don't even know who you are, where you came from. You don't know your history. You don't know nothing. Half of the people think that you're slaves. You keep talking about the Confederate flag, even though the Southern Army was a unified army, an integrated army. Like, if all these white people were killing all these black people, why would they give them guns and say you're free to fight? Why would they fight the war instead of killing all the white people? You know what I think they're doing? I think they're flipping the roles. And what they're doing is they're making it so that black people are going to look like how they made white people look. Like slave owners, racist, KKK. Like you guys need to look up a few people. There's a couple people that did reports on this, on the KKK and things, of how they started out as a certain type of organization. And then what ended up happening was people from the north came down in the south and started hanging people and burning people and doing all this stuff, wearing white masks and stuff. Does that sound familiar today? Sounds familiar to me. So what they're trying to do is flip history. So what's going to happen in 200 years from now is they're going to say that black people enslaved white people after this revolution. Now black people are looked at as the slave owners. Blah, blah, blah. Like, you guys need to actually see how all of this stuff does not really exist. Automatically, I've debunked the millions of years thing, because you're trying to tell me something that happened millions of years ago, and these retards had lights on their streets for 150 years before they started putting them in the house. And then y'all trying to tell me about the cosmos. You trying to tell me about the heavens or space? You trying to tell me something? Really? I don't want to hear it. It's nonsense. It amazes me, the stupidity of people. This should be having people angry and in the streets with pitchforks, but it doesn't, because nobody cares. And that's how it shows you the society that we live in right now. Like, it's a pretty big deal if Columbus up here, having a black guy pilot, his sail his ship. Sounds like a problem to me. Sound like a problem to you? They told us he came over here up north. I've been looking into it, and the idiot hit the Caribbean. You guys need to wake up, dude. Just wake up. It's Amish Space Station. I'm going to cut it off here before it goes on too long. I'm going to start a new series like this. But yeah, you got some feedback or some information or some channel recommendations for me to check out, definitely hit me up. But I am going to find out what really happened from 1700 to 1850. Oh, yeah, that is going to happen. So until next time, this is the Amish Space Station.